Hi everyone, welcome to episode 18 with In Good Company, also as En Buena Compañía. This is Evelyn.
What's good? It's Isis.
Shanti.
And we're back today. We're so happy to be back. Today we wanted to talk a little bit about what the fuck is going up with Rauw Alejandro and Rosalia. Why does this man have me feeling bad for this Spanish conquistador ass bitch?
Bitch. For Isis to feel bad for her?
Bro, now suddenly I want to listen to Motomami. Suddenly I want to play the album on full, on repeat, on play.
Bitch, it's so sad.
For Shakira, then Beyonce, then who else?
Beyonce was first.
Beyonce was first, then Shakira.
No, Beyonce, Karol G.
Karol G.
Oh, Karol G.
Oh my goodness.
And now Rosalia.
Bitch, no one's safe.
It ain't safe. Hey, Becky G.
So what's the tea? What's going on? What caused this cheating scandal?
Cancel Puerto Ricans. No, I'm playing.
So
Starting with Bad
notice.
Bunny. Actually, starting with him. But essentially, it's alleged, even though he and she have both came out with a statement saying that, like, don't believe that rumors. He said allegedly they've been broken up since 2 months ago. But let me do the math. So, if we go back 2 months from now, and we are now officially in, well, I guess when the video comes out it's July, but today it's August, but today is July 31st. So 2 months from July, because the statement just came out like last week, that's what, June, May. In May, if they were already broken up, he came out with his little video like mimicking her, because I don't know if you guys saw the video that she made of like mimicking him and like pretending to be him. Like she was like pretending to be like Rauw Alejandro, and that was like in May. That was in May, yeah. Then he, at the end of May, came out with the video of, like, him mimicking her and, like, doing all the things that she does. And then in June, she went on to, like, a very famous, like, Spanish, like, media, like a Spanish media channel or show. And then she went on there on June 12th, right? If we're in July, that's less than a month, okay? May, a month and a half, okay? We're doing the math, right? 1 + 1 is 2. So in June, she's talking about, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a beautiful wedding, how many people she was gonna invite, what kind of wedding it was gonna be, like all these details. If you're broken up and you don't want to like play into it, you would say something very minimal. But she's like, yeah, after the tour, that's what I heard. We're gonna get married. There's a wedding coming through. And then right after that, he came out after he went shopping and was saying like, oh yeah, we'll plan our wedding like after the tour.
Wow.
That was in June.
And he cheated on the tour, no?
Allegedly.
Wow.
Allegedly. With this Colombian bitch.
You were about to make it to the wedding, and then this happened.
Thank God they didn't. A divorce is expensive.
Yeah, that's true. That's sad. That's unfortunate. I feel like now she's going through it. I mean, like any other breakup, when you get cheated on, you're hurt, you're sobbing, you go through this like phase where
she was even crying at her own concert.
Yeah,
she was
at the end of her concert. Yeah, first in Paris, like she was playing the song like Gente, which is like about him, and then Beso, which is their song that they came out to celebrate their 3rd anniversary. Like,
damn, 3 years?
She was crying.
Dude,
that's why they had 3 songs on the EP
time.
for their 3 years. Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, Rosalia, I mean, again, I don't know any famous person, but Rosalia, she gives off a very friendly energy, like just
really
a happy
her.
person. Every artist she meets, she's not embarrassed if she's gonna look stupid if she goes up to an artist. Like she just throws happy and good vibes.
Yeah.
So it's sad that, again, I don't know her, but it's sad that she had to go through that.
I never cared for her until I saw her at Coachella. And then I fell in love with her. Like, I honestly just went because I'm like, everybody was hyping her up. So I'm like, let me go check this girl out. And it was fucking worth the hype. This girl did put on a fucking show.
After the gum thing, huh?
She did that, dude. She got a water, but she probably does that at all her shows. But she got a water bottle and wet her hair.
Oh,
like,
I saw.
Dude, she started flipping it. Like she was just made to be a star. Like I felt her confidence.
Yeah.
Like she was just authentic. You know, like I don't feel like she was trying to mimic anybody. Like she was
Except
just
that chewing gum thing. She was trying to mimic somebody, like Latinas. This portrayal, but anyways. Today we're defending the bitch.
Hey, bitch. But to
Off the
everybody
record.
else, yeah, you know.
Hey, maybe that's how she should have got Alejandro after he cheated.
Aww.
Peace. Bye.
Bitch.
Cheating is horrible. It sucks. I hate that feeling. I don't know if you guys ever been cheated on, or have you guys ever cheated on someone? Whoa, someone's thinking about something. Dude, tell me why Isis was in deep thought. She was like, she's all remembering all the little childhood. Yeah.
Made me think about my middle school boyfriend. He did really hurt my feelings.
How did that heartbreak feel, even though it was middle school? Like,
I don't really remember much when I was middle school. I think I just felt like, oh my God. But I feel like it was like a little middle school situationship.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I don't think it was like an official.
Were you angry though at the moment? Were you like,
I was always angry in middle school. So I mean, I probably, yes, definitely that was one of the emotions I probably felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
You live and learn.
You live and learn. Whoa.
No, cheating is traumatizing. Honestly, it fucks you. It really fucks with you and your feelings. Like, I've been cheated on, and I remember when I caught it, this man tells me, "Oh, it's because she's Drake's cousin."
What?
He's like that. She's Drake's cousin, and I'm just trying to network. And like basically trying to flirt with her to basically have a window and have an opportunity to ever like cut Drake's hair.
And Beyonce's my cousin.
Bitch, literally, like, bitch.
That's how preposterous that sounds.
Yeah. The lies that come out of their ass, bro. It's so funny.
Dude, I think especially when they call, I think there's different kinds of cheating, right? There's the cheating, you got caught, and I'm sorry, but it's not an actual sincere sorry because they got caught. And they're just like, I'm
sorry I got caught.
Right.
Yeah. It's usually always like that, though.
Yeah, it is.
And sometimes they're not fucking sorry, though. You know? Dude. Like, I've seen situations where, like, the guy or the girl is just like, you know what? This made me realize I don't want your ass, you know? But that's why you should just leave. Don't cheat. Just leave. If you feel like it's going to get to that point, like, let the person free.
Do you guys think
Have you ever been in a situation like that?
Whoa.
I was trying to skip the question. She asked everybody. I had to bring out my middle school crush. Yeah, he hurt me.
If you're watching this, we'll say sorry, it's not too late.
If you're watching this, it's cool. I found better. Whoa.
Oh.
Thank you. Next.
All right, relax, Ariana Grande.
Whoa, let me not quote that homeworking ass bitch. Actually,
Wait, what?
Off the record,
Bitch, she's a homewrecker.
She's just getting a divorce right now, right? Too.
And she's already with the dude that was married that just had a fucking baby.
Holding their child, liking their pictures, like.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
The sickness in my if only Wendy Williams were here to say something. Clap if she should go to hell. Whoa. Did I take it too far?
We're all quiet, like,
hey, someone was speaking too fast. So
to all of them. Oh.
Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed, the new Wendy Williams is here.
Make room.
Hey, legit though, I see that. But no, going back to your question, yeah, be careful what you say though, because she's always gonna talk shit. I did get cheated on my last relationship, which was 3 years and 2 months and 22 days ago. Just kidding.
How many seconds though?
How many seconds? 22. No, I getting cheated on from my last relationship, which was over 3 years ago, hurt so much at the moment. But I mean, even within that relationship, I got signs and red flags that I got cheated on. But I chose to just settle down for that and be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Until I got the big smack in the face that, you know, that DM from that girl that messages like, hey, girl. Just coming to you from woman to woman.
Girl.
Yeah, and I'm like, good. I'm like, you know, I was thankful she told me that, you know. And then, like, my ex was sleeping with her. And I guess she was sneaking in his room or something. Because she screenshot all those messages to me. And we were together. I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? And I couldn't believe it. And I was in his family's house, dude. So when I'm in his family's house, I was like, I need a dip. He was a little buzzed. And I was like, hey, my dad wants me home already. Like, I have to go. And he was like, okay, you're acting weird. And I was just like, yeah.
Not weirder than you, though.
I was trying to stay calm, dude. Because I was like, the old me, very, very old me would freak out. Why are you cheating on me, you asshole, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, you know what? Remain calm and act different this time. Let's see what the outcome of this can be. As I was driving home, he was saying, like, you're acting weird. You're acting weird. And I was just like, I'm just tired. That's it. And we get home, and he's like, oh, I asked him, do you want to talk in the living room? But my parents are kind of there. Or do you want to talk to Tad about the situation I want to talk to you about? And he was like, let's talk in the living room before you go all crazy and loud. I was like...
You're like, all right, sure.
I was like, sure, why not? Let's do it then.
Let's do it then.
So we go inside. He goes to the restroom, and I immediately snitch. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, Dad, he cheated on me. Just letting you guys know. Calm down. If he leaves crying, whatever. But kind of preparing for situation, right?
Damn.
And then they're like, huh? Like, freaked out. Like, no way this is happening. He comes out, and he was like, what? And I was just like, okay, I just wanted to talk to you. We sat on the table, and I was like, so, you know, this person messaged me. And, dude, his eyes were like, and I was just like, and I just found it so crazy that she told me every single detail about how you guys slept together. It caught me by surprise. And he was like, did you hear his go? Literally that. And he's like, and I'm like, mm-hmm. And he's like, I was just like, he's like, can we go outside now? And I was like, oh,
that's you.
Now you want to go outside now, huh? I was like, all right, let's do it. And then he's like, I'm sorry. Like, and he started crying and sobbing on his knees, dude. Dude, I'm not even lying. He started literally rolling on the grass. Like, I thought it was a roly-poly for a second. I was like, what up, dude? Like, be honest, are you a human or roly-poly? Like, dude, literally, like a kid, like having a tantrum. I mean, he was like, I was just like,
and he was saying you're the one's gonna go crazy and emotional.
And I was just like, and I did.
Do you want to go inside?
Yeah, dude, a tear came down my face because I was like, dang, like this sucks. I've never been like this. Did I predict this happening? For some reason inside my gut felt it. That's why they say always listen to your gut feeling. If that gut feeling feels uncomfortable that someone is doing you wrong, I'm not saying go out of your way and do your research, but just kind of reassure yourself, like, am I okay? Am I feeling something off? Which I didn't do back then. I always avoided that feeling because I was just like, I'm just going to settle. Maybe it's just my mind. Because I was such an overthinker that my mind would believe that I'm not right. And then after that, I told him, I think it's best you go. And I walked into his car after like an hour later of him crying. And then he called me the next day. He's like, do you still love me?
Oh, hell
and I was just
no.
like, dude, I was just like,
did you love me while you were fucking other bitch?
Like, did you worry about that when you were with this other bitch, hitting up this other bitch?
Exactly. No. And I was like, you know what? I loved you as a person, but this thing, like, I love you from afar. You know, I care for you. I care for you. I'm not in love with you. Like, dude, you don't do that to people that you love. You don't. And then even prior to that cheating scandal that I had with him, I would always prevent myself from not getting cheated on. And I remember I was always looking on like who he's following, whose photos he's liking. And then I realized that I was focused so much on the output versus the input, which was what I was in my control. So every time, and I noticed in other relationships or when I'm talking to someone, I used to focus on things that were out of my control just to ensure that I was safe. I was trying to make sure that I don't want to get hurt. But then I learned if someone's going to hurt me, they're going to hurt me. And I have to move on with my life. It's out of my control and I can't force someone to not hurt me based off of their own traumas. It's a reflection of who they are. Correct. So I used to think like maybe it's an issue with me. Always trying to fix myself. But now I'm the other way around. I'm completely like, hey, if it happens, it happens. I got to move on with my life. And I don't take things personal anymore. If I stop talking to someone, yeah, I'm a little bummed at questions, but I don't run after it.
Yeah, you just move on.
Exactly, move on. And then I get with that same saying that we've said before. It's like, I'm not going to chase you. I'm going to attract you. Yeah. Which now I'm consistently trying to implement in my head now. So my cheating did affect me for like a year or two after. Just like any other cheating, you start getting insecure. You start doubting yourself. You start asking yourself like, am I even pretty enough for this person? Because you're comparing yourself to the person that he was with. Which is also another mistake that we do because we're all beautiful in our own way. Yeah. And I didn't see that then. I didn't see that.
Beyonce got cheated on, bitch. Yeah. I just put it that way. You know, if a man wants to be kept, he will be kept. Exactly. If he doesn't want to be kept, he's not going to be kept. Exactly. Like, and sometimes dudes will get with some bomb bitches and then forget they're ugly, you know? Mm-hmm. Like Jay-Z. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Whoa. You know, but then Jay-Z never be an ugly. Jay-Z did get bitches before Beyonce, you know? But he is. But I see it all the time where guys get with bomb ass bitches.
Like, bro, you just need one bad bitch to give you a chance, and other bitches want to be with you because they're gonna be like, well, what is it about? Like Ariana Grande with Pete Davidson. No bitches were checking for Pete Davidson. All of a sudden, she pulls up and she gets engaged quickly, and she says this man has a huge dick. Like, then all of a sudden, now Kim Kardashian wants to hop on that deal. Kate Beckinsale, though she does be dating some younger, ugly looking dudes, but you know, it's not for here or there. But like, all you need is one bad bitch to turn other bitches onto, like, well, what is it that he got that she really wants, that she's really there? Like, that's all it takes.
Right. And then men feel so like, oh, she wants me. Bro, if I have a man and he's like, she can have you. I'm not going to fight for you. Like, and that's the thing too. It's like, people think like, oh, she wants me. Yeah, you know what? They can have you easily. Because if I have to fight for you, if I have to fight another girl for you, it's not worth it.
Yeah. If someone can just have you like that, then you were never mine.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I agree. Like, yeah, it's unfair. And I just feel like I totally agree. If a man wants to be with you, he will be with you. Like, I could truthfully say, like, up to this point that I've been in my relationship, like, the reason I think why, you know, we had our time apart and we were able to come back together is because at the end of the day, my partner has always been loyal to me, you know, and I feel like you can really forgive and move forward through a lot of things when that person has been loyal to you, when they've shown you that they will ride for you, even when I've been wrong and like, right, my ways of being, or we're not in terms of, you know, infidelity, but like when someone's willing to ride for you and you're like, you know what, all these years we've been together, they've always stuck by my side, they've always been true to me. It's like you do give them that like second eye. You're like, you know what, but they've done this for me. Because I know all my homegirls have always told me like, bitch, like there's no price to pay for the loyalty that like your man has given you. Like all my homegirls always say that. Because one thing about me, I be bitching and complaining, you know, but like I, at the end of the day, can never say that. Like, I feel like he has always given me my place. I feel like he has not made me feel like I need to be worried about who he's following, who he's liking pictures. Like, I feel like it was his actions that made me feel comfortable today, because I do believe it would have absolutely hurt my self-esteem if a bad bitch like me was hurt, you know? Like, to be honest, it absolutely would break my self-esteem. And that's why I feel like if you want to be in a long-term successful relationship, obviously things happen, you know, whatever. But like, those are certain things you can take control of, and like the actions you do to hurt the people you love are 1,000,000% on you. And I feel like you do lose credibility, you do lose respect if you do break that mold, because it's just like some things that are like, what is the word, like irreparable damage, irreconcilable, is that the word? Like, it's just
unforgivable?
like it's just like irreparable. Like, you can never repair. Like, it will never be the same. Like, you could get all the pieces in the teacup, but the teacup will still have cracks.
Right,
you know?
right. Exactly. And dude, that's why I honestly, now that you say that, I mean, it goes back to like, oh, you can forgive but not forget, right? And I always like, dude, forget. I've gotten told, just forget about it. No, you know, that's why God gave me a memory, so I can remember things from my past and know I need to move on and not do the same mistake again.
Hey, and that's on evolution though.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
You
Shout
know?
out to science. Yeah.
Literally, like they say, trauma sometimes it's like it's part of evolution. Like, you're learning, hey, I need to stay away from here, or hey, like, you know. So trauma is not always a bad thing, you know. But no, cheating is just And
I think it like Isis was saying, it's like the person that you cheat on, you affect them mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, it's like a scar. You leave a scar to that person at the end of the day. And then for people that are repairing relationships, they sometimes the other partners will be like, oh, well, you need to stop tripping, it's already over with. But that's not the case. It's like you left a scar. It's like you broke a glass. Try putting it back together. Is it gonna look just as new? No, it takes time. And I think that's what a lot of people need to understand, that if you want to fix a situation, a relationship like that, and where you've done something wrong, you have to be patient to the person that you did dirty to.
Yeah, it's like putting back the broken vase. You're gonna need a lot of patience. You know, you're going to do it piece by piece, you know? And like Isis said, even when you put it all together, you're still going to see the cracks. Like, it's a scar. It's scarring. Like, it's very, like, detrimental, because there's people that sometimes, like, they lose themselves because of that. Absolutely. And they lose love for themselves. And, you know, we can act all hidey and mighty, like, oh, if I were cheating on, like, fuck that. I always know I'm a boss bitch or a bad bitch or whatever. Yeah. But then you get, you know, you go through that and you're just like, wow, what the fuck, you know? But it's always their own insecurity, though. I feel like I've learned that. Like, when people cheat, it's their own insecurity. Yep. You know, it's their own ego. They're trying to go out there and get, you know, validation. And that's nothing to do with you. And so that's why I say, if you feel that, like, if you don't feel validated by your partner and you're not happy and you feel like you're going to cheat, like, just leave the person, you know?
Or
like,
communicate. Because I feel like sometimes there's things that
communicate, yeah.
You know, you can talk about. Because I've always told my partner, I'm like, if there's ever something that you're unsatisfied with, like, I would hope that we have enough trust to come to each other. Like, you know, there's someone totally at work who, you know, they've been doing this. Like, I want to be able to communicate that to you. Or like he's now like becoming, you know, getting into like the podcast, want to be a DJ. Like, I'm sure there's going to be people who are beautiful more than me. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, like, I'm sure that he's going to come across those people. And I feel like I would hope my relationship would be strong enough that, like, he could come to me. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we are humans, you know. We have crushes. We have attractions. Like, he's not blind. He's going to every day open his eyes and look at what's the world in front of him. But my hope is that my relationship would be so strong, and that his willingness to be with me, and that his trust in me and his loyalty to me would be so forthright that he could come to me with something that would be so uncomfortable, something that would hurt me maybe internally, but we'd be able to work through, so that this is not an external factor, so that I'm not walking out thinking, you know what, that it's just, there's open and honest communication so that we're preventing these things, you know, because we're humans. People do make mistakes and people do forgive, right? This is not like an end all be all. I mean, Beyonce forgave fucking Jay-Z. Like, every relationship is going to be different. What you conclude is what you decide is cheating will be different. But like, you know, you have to rebuild that and you have to kind of work through it, because at the end of the day, we're flawed individuals and we're going to make mistakes, you know, but it's just, how do we repair those mistakes? How do we repair the hurt that we gave to other people?
Yeah. And I think taking back somebody that has cheated on you, like you're going to also have to forgive this person at one point, correct. You know, because you cannot have them just lingering and they be kissing your ass and you're still hurt. You're still, not that you can't not be hurt. You have the right to be, but you should still work towards forgiving the person.
Yeah.
You know, because like, you know, we're all imperfect. We're all human. But yeah, I just feel like cheating is just one of those things though. Yeah. It's just heartbreaking.
And I feel like it's not like, oh, forgiving the person. It's just like moving forward with the relationship. Like at the end of the day, if you decided to stay with this person after they hurt you, you decided to stay in this position. Like you are the one who said like, you know what, we can advance, we can move forward. So it's not forgetting that, but it's how do we move forward in spite of this, you know? Because at the end of the day, you'll never be happy if you're just sitting there thinking about what happened XYZ day. Like at the same, you decided to be there. Like how can we progress further, both of us, you know?
Yeah,
that's true. Very true.
What do you think made you feel like, oh, I can't get back with him?
I think because the cheating was pretty bad.
I was like, the cheating was bad. I was like,
honestly,
you completely slept with someone else.
Yeah, and like, I'm sorry, but I cannot. Like, like I think that's
it's just like embarrassing too. Crazy. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but like for those people that like think about your partner, how embarrassing it is. Like I spoke so highly of this individual, and to be seen, like I should, don't care what people think, right? But dude, you did me so dirty that I spoke so highly of you that now that's embarrassing. That hurt me because I'm like, man, all these things I would say about you, my parents loved you, my grandma loved this guy, and she would always ask me. I didn't love him.
I just want to set the record clear.
Yeah, hey, let's just say
that's true.
Let's just say there's always
debates with him.
Yeah, let's just say I was ready to get down, but that'll be for another day. That was before this.
There's definitely people that can tell energy and feel energy from afar that some of us can't. Whoa, and that wasn't me back then, but someone was right. But and that's when I realized like that was the end all be all. Like this is it. I deserve better. And honestly, you know what's crazy? I was told by one individual, I'm not gonna say who it was, but they were like, it's okay, mistakes happen, like forgive and like try like working it out. And I'm like, dude, I'm 22. I'm gonna try working out a relationship where I got cheated. I got so many years ahead of me.
Period.
And
if you were 32, 42.
32, 42, exactly.
No, you gotta dip.
Yeah.
Like,
so you know what? Till this day, I am so glad. I thank God for like giving me those eyes to walk away and be like, I deserve better. Yeah. Because I'm happily single. I'm happily enjoying life. I don't have to worry or stress or have that insecurity checking their socials that someone's gonna do me wrong. At the end of the day, if someone, the right person that's gonna be in my life meant for me, I'm not going to need to ask for all of this. It's going to come. I'm going to attract. I'm not going to need to ask him, like, what are you doing? Who are you with? It's just going to naturally come to me.
They're going to always choose you.
They're always going to choose me.
You don't have to convince them. You don't have to be, worrying about it. You just know they're always going to choose you.
Yeah.
Because that's what love is, Like, it's a feeling in the beginning, but after that, it's a choice.
Right. Ooh, Jinx.
Well,
you guys said at the same time. You owe me a
and
kiss.
A chance. Whoa. Sorry, don't know your kiss anymore.
Dude, I've dated guys with red flags, and sometimes I'm like, should I stay? Should I not? But I'm like, why am I even questioning this at this point? Walk away. But because I don't have anything better doing right now, I'm like, no, walk away. But I see these red flags that I know if I get into a relationship with them, my mind's going to go like, oh, no, this person's doing something shady.
Yeah.
But I've learned to walk away from that. I'm much stronger mentally, and I know the right person's going to come in my life that's strong mentally as well and provide me with my needs and my reassurance and vice versa.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like after that breakup, you started flourishing. Like, you got your master's, you got a good job, like just a lot of good stuff started happening to you.
Dude, you know what? I do remember that after that year, I did move back up. But you know how they say after a breakup, people glow up and stuff? Whoa, ready for the next one so I can see where I'm going to end up. CEO of what? No, dude, it's crazy. Like, did you guys ever... I remember Isis was going through that breakup, which had it was a small breakup, and it was Coachella. Bro, that's actually when I met her. Her energy was glowing. She was just like, hey, dude.
And it was my birthday weekend that weekend.
Keep in mind, I haven't talked to her since like high school. She was like, hey girl, you going to Coachella was good. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to Coachella. She's like, we should get an Airbnb. Boom, boom, boom. Everything planned. I was like, dang,
on a
girl.
Wednesday, and Coachella was that Thursday.
Oh yeah.
And did we get there Friday?
I think we got there Friday.
Yeah, so it was a Wednesday. I hit this bitch up on a Wednesday because I was single on Saturday because it was Easter the next day and Monday was my birthday. Whoa,
dude! And she planned everything. And let's just say that year she went to the most festivals she's ever been in a year.
Even went to Canada. Was good.
Dude, she attended every single festival, bro. I was impressed. I was like, yo, where's she taking this money from? I was like, but there's some that we'd like go in for free or something. It's like, oh, I was like, I don't know. I think it was 1 or 2, but we still got in for free.
Yeah, that was a fun time. We were always going out.
Yeah.
It was fun. I'm like too tired now for all that.
Yeah. That's why you should enjoy. But that's also a message. Enjoy your singleness when you have it, because like when you're in a relationship, even when you're in a relationship, you can still have fun, right? But then you won't have that worry of that other person so much of like, oh, he's probably home. He's probably texting me. He's probably wondering what I'm doing. Yeah. No, girl, like embrace it. Have fun. Go out. Attend every rave that you can. Go to Canada. Yeah. Go to Europe.
What are good tips then for someone who's like recovering from a heartbreak, like, or someone who's trying to move forward? For me, if I have to give my number one tip, which I felt like allowed me to really keep my emotion going, is I continued my life as is, and I made my life fuller. Like I didn't allow myself to really sit and wallow in sadness. And I'm also a person who processes sadness a little bit more differently. I just kept myself busy. I filled my life with my friends. You know, I made sure that I wasn't like sitting there feeling so sorry for myself. Like I just allowed my life to continue moving forward, because I feel like when you allow a breakup to be disrupting of your life and you're sitting there not doing anything, or you're probably usually going out on weekends, like continue to do things that will help you find joy in the little things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would say the same thing. I feel like you should, though, feel the feelings. Like, I think, you know, if you're going through a breakup, cry, scream, let it all out, you know, lay on the floor, like, whatever you need to do. If you need to talk to someone, a therapist, do all that. And then, like, start putting yourself out there. I would say get ready. Like, put effort in yourself, you know? Like, go get your toes done. Like, go get a new hairdo. Like, you know, just, like,
just invest don't dye in your yourself. Hair red.
Just, you know, like, invest time in yourself. Date yourself for a while. And you'll start attracting very beautiful things, opportunities, people, maybe down the line, a guy, you know, and you weren't even looking for a guy. So I feel like, honestly, feel it first and then start investing in yourself.
Yeah, same here. I'd say I'd go definitely with expressing yourself. When I went through this breakup, I was crying, sobbing for months. Let's just say I told everybody and their mom about what was going on with me. I'm not even calling. I was like, I recall this person, like, oh, you already told me about it. I'm like, oh, shoot, all right, let's see who's next. Literally went on a list venting to people. And honestly, I'm so thankful for my friendships about that, because at the end of the day, those friends who were truly there through that breakup, it shows a lot that, like, even though you were in the shittiest hole, like, you still had friends to pick you up. And if you don't got friends, dude, go make friends. Get this, like Chantel said, I just said, get distracted. Sign up for something, but do feel that feeling. Don't try to bottle in. Again, everyone's different, but for me, it didn't work that way, where I was trying to bottle things in, and, like, I just couldn't. I became more sad. So when someone would ask, what's wrong? I'd be like, oh, like, I'd just explode. Yeah. And most importantly, just focus on yourself. Don't miss your meals. Don't miss your workout. Don't miss all that, because your health is important. Your mental, physical health is what makes you a healthier version of yourself.
Yeah. I also feel like you need to remember you're not going to die. Like, maybe I probably, okay, yes, feel your emotions, you know, like, feel the sadness, feel the hurt, feel the pain. Definitely I went through that process, but, like, life will move forward. Life doesn't stop for anyone. The world continue to move. When the most holiest, righteous person died, it's going to continue to live on, and you will find love again. I feel like you should always be optimistic, because I do believe if you're in this energy, like, I'm so heartbroken, I never want to love again, you should love 1,000,000 times in this life. Whether it's your food, whether it's your friends, whether it's your lovers, you know, family members, you should love 1,000,000 times. You should not let one rupture of your heart be the reason why you're always alone. Love is so beautiful. Love is so filling. It's emptying. It's hard. It's challenging. But it's also all the great things in life, and that's what makes life a little bit better. Like, going through a heartbreak doesn't mean that you'll never find love again, and you should never go into the world with, like, I'm done with be open. You want to be open, because that's when you're going to receive the most beautiful of things, when you're looking forward to all of the gorgeous things that life and love has to offer.
Yeah. Period. Most importantly, too, saying all this loving your friends loving all that. Love yourself. Like embrace yourself. Because we often get lost in breakups and we devalue ourselves because we don't feel worthy enough for that person. But then once you embrace yourself and your beauty and the things that you're capable of doing, you're like, yo, this guy was not worth my time. Like my breakup, I embraced to the best of my abilities that I could in anything that I can, school, work. I consistently wanted to progress because I wanted to be the version of him. I was kind of stuck in the version of like, oh, I want him to see what he's missing out. That it slowly shifted to like, whoa, I don't care what he's missing out. I'm living this new me. I'm going to continue doing me. And now I'm at a happier place. I can truly say I do love myself through the hardest times.
Sometimes you come out stronger.
Yeah, you just come out stronger.
You come out stronger after heartbreaks. Like, it can feel like the end of the world, but sometimes it's like a blessing in disguise. Maybe you needed that shit to realize who the fuck you are and, you know, to get you to start investing in yourself and thinking about yourself. Like, sometimes you need to eat shit or, like, go through shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know, and I remember when I used to watch the real Garcelle Beauvais. She was in a situation with her husband where he was unfaithful to her. And she said the reason she could not be back with him is because it would ruin the essence of who she is. So I think as you navigate relationships in your life, you have to realize every decision you make sure it does not ruin the essence of who you are. You know, there's going to be a journey that you have to go within yourself, whether it's a forgiveness, if it's finding love again within yourself, if it's, you know, whatever journey it may be, but always be true to what will keep you to the essence of who you are, because that's what makes you beautiful. That's what gives you your worth. It's not what other people put onto you. It's what you give to yourself. I always say I'm so full of me that the opinions of others will not make me any more fuller or less than. They will just validate me if it's what aligns with me.
Yes.
You know? So yeah, just make sure you're always staying true to you, because no one can make you less or greater than if you do not allow that.
It's like a manifestation thing too, like what you said. It's like I deserve better. Everything good happens to me. Everything I attract good things in my life. Good things are coming my way. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day for me. I am beautiful. Tomorrow may even be more beautiful. Those powerful words, if you say them and implement them in your mind all the time, they become true.
Yeah, they say you literally trick yourself.
Yeah.
If you keep saying it to yourself, I'm hot, I'm this. Like, your mind literally tricks itself to the point where, like, you really start genuinely believing. Like,
hey, I'm the testament. Yeah. Oh. And I even like what you said earlier, like, it doesn't matter if you're 20s, 30s, 40s, but I feel like this is especially important when you're in, like, your early stages of life. Because, like Evelyn said, bitch, if you were 27 or you were 37, 47, you probably would have shifted a little bit. But because you're creating that boundary for you, you're creating a new standard that, like, I'm 22, like, to all the people who are, like, young, and like I said, whether you're young or old, like, but especially when you're in your early 20s, I feel like this is so valuable. If you're only 22 and he's making you go through this, babe, you got a whole life to live. If the average lifespan is 82, that's 60 years that you're going to waste away if it's going to ruin the essence of you. So create those standards, create that value in you in your early youth or in whatever stage you are in now, because you don't want to keep on replicating the same mistakes that brought you here.
Vanessa Hudgens, like, that was a heartbreak for me. Like, I heart broke for her because she was with this guy for like 8+ years. All her 20s was with this dude. And he never put a ring on it. He never, like, so they broke up. All her 20s wasted with some dude that didn't want to take her serious, didn't want to make a contract on their love. Like, I've seen people in real life go through that. Where they're with guys, they're with the same guy all in their 20s, and they reach their 30s, they're not with that guy, and they regret it, you know, because your 20s are very special. It's like when you learn, you're like a sponge, you know, it's like, you know, you have all this energy. Even I'm only 26 and I'm already saying I can't do the same shit I was doing when I was 21, 22, 23, you know, like, shit changes. So yes, don't limit yourself. Don't stay in a toxic ass relationship. Don't think, because like love, like, that's not love, you know, it's not. So, you know, 20s is all about risking. It's all about experiencing. It's about learning. It's about, you know, investing in yourself, because later on, you know, you're probably not going to have the same type of, you know, how do I say, like, like, I don't want to say opportunities, but you're probably going to have more responsibilities once you're older, you know? Like, as I get older and older, I do have more responsibilities. So I can't imagine 10 plus years from now, you know? So right now it's like just the perfect time to enjoy life, basically.
Yeah. You know what? And love is not enough to pay the bills, and a peace of mind is priceless. So never forget that. Thank you guys for watching. Whoa, sprinkle. Bye guys. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys.
Bye.